Well, I tell you what, that one got a little chippy, from what I understand. Multiple technicals were handed out through the course of the game. Some were because of dunks, some was because of maybe a little extracurricular activities in the stands, maybe on the floor. But either way, that one's final. And again, 63-29, Mexico goes on, and they're going to look for the winner of this matchup between number 4 Clopton and number 5 Hermann, while Wellsville waits whoever doesn't make it to that championship side of the bracket. Well, when you put these teams together, Mark, it's always a good matchup. Hats off to Montgomery County for putting a good tournament together. When we talk to our area coaches about these tournaments, they enjoy it because they see a lot of teams that they don't normally see during the regular season. When you talk about your Hermans, your New Havens, Mexicos, so on and so forth, Fulton. So I think tonight both teams, Bowling Green boys, as you mentioned, a little short-staffed as some of those players are recovering a little bit from Saturday's ball game. But them and Clopton this evening both going to find out probably what the season's looking like ahead of them. It's a good test to get things started for the season, see where some improvements need to be made, some adjustments need to be made. Either way, it's going to be fun this evening. I think it's going to come down to composure. We've got a good core returning for the Clopton Hawks, some younger fellows that are stepping up. But for the most part, you got 4 of your 5 starters from last year returning. Looks like tonight just going to need to be consistent, take care of the basketball, and make good choices. Herman's always got a good squad. You can never count them out for anything. Doesn't look like there's much of a height difference between the two, so that shouldn't be an issue. So take care of that basketball, make those free throws, Mark. All right, for the Hermann Bearcats, who are the visitors on the scoreboard tonight, they're starting a 6-foot senior wearing number 0, Connor Coffey. A 5'8" senior wearing number 4, Rain Remmert. A 5'8" senior wearing number 5, Reese Remmert. Going to go out on a limb and say that they're probably twins. A 6'4" senior wearing number 22, Braden Eggolt. And a 6'3" senior wearing number 23, Parker Anderson. For the Clopton Hawks, who are the home team tonight in their home white jerseys, they are starting a 6'2" senior wearing number 1, Tyler Coons. A 6-foot junior wearing number 3, Chase Hall. A 5'9" sophomore wearing number 11, Jordan Genowine. A 6'4" junior wearing number 42, Cash Evans. And a 6'3" sophomore wearing number 44, Kane Evans. So there's your starting lineups here in the middle school gym. Well, we had a couple of those last night, so why not have some more tonight? No, I tell you what, we're looking pretty clean cut for the most part over here. No one's going to take that award between these two teams this evening. Well, you kind of expect the you kind of expect the Evans boys to have fun shoes.
corner. Trying to find Blaine. Gets it to Marcus. Marcus going to drive to the hoop. No. And Parker the rebound. He comes out. Back the other way. Thomas to the far side. To Irwin, back to Isaiah. He holds up 3 fingers to signal the play. Angles to his right. Got off there. Gets it to Parker at the top of the key. There's Blaine Bryant all over him. Now to Hartman. Hartman drives. Blocked from behind. Threw off the shot. Thomas gets the loose ball from the free throw line. His shot. Off the mark again. Marcus Stark's going to pull it down for the Bobcats. And here comes Rainey up the floor. Rainey going to pop the 3. That one's good. Puts Bowling Green back ahead. Rainey with the tray. 4:13 to go. Here in the first quarter. 4-2 Bobcats as we get to the midway point of the first. Here's Irwin. His shot no good. 2 Bobcats fight for it. Goes off Starks out of bounds. And stays with Montgomery. And into the ball game Zach Rogers. And also Cade Smith. Checking out Hartman and Lou. Also coming back in is Nate Crumwitty as he replaces Zach Gibson. Far side, they'll try the 3 off the inbound. That one's good. That's number 14, Zach Rogers. And that puts back Montgomery ahead. 5-4, and now a steal. On the run, coast to coast, and that one's good as well. Rogers with 5 straight points. Makes it 7-4 Montgomery, and that's what they can do. They can bunch points in a hurry. Here's Blaine Bryant. Off his foot to the floor, picked up by Thomas, and now tied up. And the arrow going to favor the Bobcats this time with 3:27 to go. Good job getting the arrow. As they're underway in the middle school gym, we'll check Mary Ann here momentarily and get an update on that game. Right now it's Marcus Starks with it. Kick out. SU finds his way to the hoop and scores. Chase SU. Back the other way to Thomas from the near side for Irwin. Down and taken away. Bryant knocked it to Rainey, and here come the Bobcats. Rainey trying to go coast to coast, and there's the charge. Neil Rainey picks up the charge. That's a good opportunity with this game at 7-6 Montgomery to send it to middle school gym for an Eagle 102 game break.
Well, here we've been kind of a back-and-forth affair after a little bit. Clopton came out, scored first, and then Reese Remmert went to town, and there's another score by Coffee, and it's a 12-7 lead for Hermann here with 4:10 to go in the first quarter. So Clopton has the basketball as Hall brings it across the timeline, dishes it off to Kuntz. We'll get it back to Mark here at the end of this play. They go down low to Evans out of bounds, and I'll head back to Hermann. So again, with a 3:59 to go here in the first quarter, Mark, it is Hermann leading Clopton at 12-7. You've been listening to an Eagle 102 game break.
Montgomery leads. Pretty good first quarter for a team that hasn't practiced much and just got done playing football for the most part. Bowling looks pretty good here in the opening quarter. Been a very clean opening 6 minutes so far. 2:10 to go. Here's Thomas, and he's fouled by Marcus Stark. Marcus rejoining the team this year. Wasn't with the basketball team for most of last season. And they need him. That was an ingredient they didn't have last year.
So Jordan Genowine tried to take it to the hole, and it missed. Rebound by Hermann. Right now they've extended their lead, courtesy again of Reese Remmert by 11. It is now 19-8 with 1:55 to go here in the first quarter. Reese has 3 threes already here in the first quarter, so he has done a majority of this scoring. That's a steal by Genowine. He takes it to the hole. Shots up and good, and the Hawks get into double digits. So with 1:39 to go, it's a 9-point lead now for Hermann, and 19-10 here in the middle school gym. This has been the Eagle 102 game break. Well, at the end of the first quarter, Hermann takes the lead at 21-10. Again, big scoring from Reese Remmert and Connor Coffey. They've done all the scoring for the Bearcats this evening. Points have been put on the board by Tyler Kuntz, Jordan Genowine, and Cash Evans here in this one. So at the end of one, it is Hermann leading Clopton 21-10. We'll be back with second quarter action after this as you're listening to Montgomery County Tournament action on Eagle 102.
kicks it near corner. Drew Gibson goes to the floor, and it's out of bounds, and last touch by the Bobcats with 7:20 to go in the quarter. Those are things that are going to get cleaned up. Out of 7:15 to play as Lou crosses the line for the Wildcats. Over to the far side for Rogers. Rogers kicks it across. Parker wide open for three. That one rims out. And the rebound pulled down by Marcus Stark. He's on the run. This is to Charlton. Charlton kicks it back to Blaine Bryant. Down. Here's Gibson for three. Off the mark. The rebound pulled down by Parker. Clayton Parker sends it ahead to Mason Lou. Lou. Now for Zach Rogers. Rogers back to Lou. He backs it out between the circles. Angles to his right. Puts it behind the back to get away from SU. Get a little room. Lob pass out of Parker. Off the glass and in. Clayton Parker's got 7 points. The lead up to 8 for Montgomery. Here's Zach Gibson. Gets it to Bryant. He lost the handle. And then a reach-in foul going to be called on Jackson Charlton as he went for the strip. But had to go all the way around the body. He's got a long wingspan, but made contact that time, and Montgomery into the bonus. That's the 8th team foul. And at the line is Cade Smith. 6:16 to go in the second. 16-8. Montgomery leads. It's sent it to Marianne for an Eagle 102 game break.
Well, every time the Hawks start to chip away at this lead, Hermann comes back. Right now they lead 27-17. Kane Evans at the free throw line now makes his first of 2. We'll see if he can drop the second one, and then we'll send it back to Mark. Again, right now it is Hermann leading Clopton at 27-18. Kane Evans at the free throw line for the back end of 2. As he dribbles, spins the ball in his hand, shots up on the way. Off the front of the rim, no good. It looks like Hermann's going to chase it out of bounds. So, Mark, with 4:55 to go here in the half, Hermann leads Clopton 27-18. You've been listening to an Eagle 102 game break.
Charlton off a miss from the corner. Gets the rebound for the Bobcats as they continue their possession. To Jace Fescue. They'll reset the offense. Fescue tries to drive. He's stripped, and we're going to have a foul on the way up. And that's going to be on Jay Rogers, his second. 18-8, Montgomery County leads Bowling Green by 10 here in the second quarter. 5:43 to go in the half. Jace goes to the line to shoot 2. He's got 2 points so far in this ball game. And the front half is off the front iron. No good. Thomas back in the ball game, as well as Hartman, and a late addition, Tyler Irwin, replaces Zach Rogers for Montgomery. Blaine Bryant getting ready to check back in after this free throw. If it goes down, second one is good. Makes it 18-9. 3 points tonight for SU. And here come the Wildcats. Up the floor. And across the line, Mason Lou over to Isaiah Thomas. 2 pretty good guards out there. They get it to Parker. He takes 2 steps to the basket and scores to make it 20-9, an 11-point lead. First time the lead been into double digits for Montgomery, and now Park overbounces it, taken away by Lou. Gets Blaine Bryant in the air, but doesn't do anything with it. It's to Hartman now. Hartman center of the lane, kick out to the far corner, and Irwin tries to baseline and scores. Tyler Irwin, first 2 points tonight. Down to 5 minutes to go in the first half. Marcus Stark to Gibson, and Gibson is fouled by Thomas, I believe. It is the first on Isaiah. Fescue back in for Marcus Stark. Baseline. I'll get it back to Blaine Bryant. His 3 is over everything, right into the arms of Thomas. Lob pass ahead for Irwin, but he couldn't go on the run. Throws it this moment. Out for Parker. And that's good. Hartman with the bucket. Makes it 26-9 and a foul. And a chance for a three-point play. The foul was on Jackson Charlton, his second. Near the midway point of the second quarter. 26-9. The shot misses everything. And the ball go back to Bowling Green. As there, trying to stay afloat here in the second quarter late. Crumwoody in the corner with it. Knocked away from him. I think they're going to say it's out of bounds. Nate will inbound. Gibson, SU, Bryant, Clopton, the other players out there, and Thomas gets in front of that pass, but it's stripped and taken by Blaine Bryant from behind. Here he comes up the floor and tried to dunk, and he's fouled on the way up by Parker. They're going to say the foul's on Crumwoody instead of Parker. I don't know how that can be. His second. But an early season dunk attempt from Blaine Bryant. He's 0 for 1. 26-9. Montgomery leads here in the second quarter. 3:44 to go. Moves to the near side for Irwin. Free throw line now for Hartman. Try to bounce pass down low. Ball goes to the floor. Picked up by Blaine Bryant. Bryant on the run for Bowling Green. Makes a move to the hoop. No. Irwin the rebound. Long pass ahead. Here's Parker. He's going to bang it. Nope. Puts the layup in past Crumwoody. And Bowling Green will take a timeout. Now trailing 28-9 with 3:21 to go in the half. Let's send it to Marianne Everhart for an Eagle 102 game break.
Well, the Clopton Hawks have it within 3 as they've come back, and Herman's kind of gone cold. Right now, Hermann has the lead, 29-26. With the basketball is the Hawks. It's Evans, takes it to the hole, and he drops another one to make it a one-point game. It's been all Kane Evans here in the second quarter. Back the other direction with his Coffee. Coffee dishes it off to Anderson. Anderson takes it to the hole. He's going to draw a foul, and it'll be him heading to the free throw line as it'll be the 15th foul for Clopton. 1:16 to go here. We'll wait for him to get through his free throws as Kane Evans picks up his first. As Anderson stands at the free throw line. First one's on its way. It is no good. 29-28, 1:16 to go here in the half. Again, Hermann on top by 1. Kane took a seat. We'll see who checked in just a few moments. Second free throw shot on the way is good. So back to a 2-point lead for Hermann. With it is Genowine. Genowine working against the man-to-man defense as it's been all game. Brings it into the front court. Swings it near side to Marshall. Marshall on the near wing tries to feed it down low out of the reach of Evans, and that is the 9th turnover for the Hawks here in this first half. Looks like Kane's getting ready set to come back in the basketball game. He'll come in for Marshall. We'll keep it here to the end of the half. 1:02 to go here in the half against 30-28, Hermann on top. This is the number 4 Hawks taking on number 5 Bearcats in this opening round action. We're in the middle school gym. With it is Remmert. That's Reese. Brings it near side to Engelt. Up top with it to Coffee. Coffee over to the far wing. And it's a big 3 in there from Nolan Bruni. So he helps spread this lead out a little bit more for the Bearcats. Makes it 33-28 as we're under a minute to go, down to 36 ticks in the half. Over to the far wing with it is Evans. Down to the block. His shot's up. It's no good. That's Kane, and he's headed back to the free throw line where he's been a couple times already this evening with 29.5 ticks to go. 33-28 our score. Hermann on top. Clopton came out, scored first, but that's the only lead they've had in this one. So Nolan Bruni picks up his second foul of the night. For Clopton on the court is Kuntz, Evans, that's Cash, Evans, Kane, Chase Hall, and Jordan Genowine. First free throw shot is up and good. 33-29. As Kane gets set for the second. Spins the ball again. Dribbles. Spins it one more time. With the left hand, it's up. Rims in and out. No good. Coffee with the rebound. Takes his time walking it up to the front court. We're down to 23 ticks to go in the half. 33-29. Hermann on top. Reese with the basketball now as he looks to slow things down. Clopton kind of in a box-and-one situation as Reese dishes it off to Anderson. Anderson back to Coffee. Coffee on the near wing, swings it to Reese, down low on the far block to Anderson. He tries to shoot around some trees. His shot's no good, and at the buzzer, a long shot, and it's no good, and that is how the first half ends. Leading this one is Hermann, 33-29. We'll be back with the halftime show after this here on Eagle 102.
Still going here in the middle of the high school gym as Bowling Green now trailing Montgomery. Third quarter now. It's been a long, dry spell, but Jackson Carlton right on cue breaks that string and makes it 34-11 in favor of the Wildcats. And things just get a little sloppy, and Montgomery is very opportunistic as they like the steals, they like points in transition, and that's what they've been able to do to build this 23-point lead. Here's a three from the corner. Now it's good. Three ball for Mason Liu to extend his lead further to 37-11 for the number 3 seed Wildcats. Playing like a higher seed right now. Here's Jace Eskew with 22 seconds to go in the half. He'll try the three. That one a little bit long, and that hits the support system off the rim, and it'll go back to Montgomery with 18 seconds even to go here in the second quarter. Montgomery County Invitational, and back into the ball game comes Zach Rogers. He replaces Alex Hartman for the Wildcats. Things move a little slower here in the old gym, the high school gym here at Montgomery. Thomas picks it up. 15 seconds to go in the half. They're going to put the final shot. Cade Smith on the near side for Mason Liu. Up top, here's Parker. Clayton Parker to the near side. Mason Liu for three. No. Rebound comes out to Bryant, and his buzzer beater off the front iron and out. And the Bobcats will go to the locker room, trailing Montgomery County 37-11 here in the opening round of this Montgomery County Invitational. And we'll now set it to halftime.
custom installations, have TVs in stock, mounts, and cables. Now special message from Matthew Niemeyer himself.
If you call an 800 number and they say we will be the local installer, they are wrong.
Contact Matthew at Sailor and Satellite Center in Bowling Green, your local authorized dealer.
Area High School Sports on Eagle 102. Brought to you by People's Bank and Trust, State Farm Insurance, Cindy Blaylock Agent, and Bowie General Services. Bringing you all the action from the Eagle 102 broadcast booth. Sponsored by Family Drug in Louisiana. It's now time for the Eagle 102 halftime report on KJFM. Sponsored by Cellular and Satellite Center in Bowling Green.
Well, in the middle school gym, it is Hermann leading Clopton 33-29 at the end of the first quarter. Hermann led at 21-10, and the big difference here in the second quarter has been Hermann went cold for long stretch periods of time here in the second quarter, while Kane Evans decided to heat up as he's knocked down 11 points, all those coming in the second quarter. Also scoring up for Clopton, Tyler Kuntz has 10, and then Jordan Genwine and Cash Evans each have 4. From the free throw line tonight, everybody's been pretty good. Clopton is 6 for 9. Hermann is 2 for 3. Speaking of scoring for them, right off the bat, it was Reese Remmert. He has 12 and then didn't score a single one in the second quarter. That all came in the first, and that included 3 trays. And then Connor Coffey got hot. He's knocked down 11 points. With 3 is Nolan Bruni, and with 5 is Parker Anderson. So, as we mentioned, 2 for 3 from the Charity Stripes. Turnover-wise, Herman's played a very clean game. They only have 4 turnovers in the first half. Clopton is sitting with 9. So, again, Clopton came out. They scored first, had a went kind of cold right after that, and it was all Hermann. They came back in the second quarter, and I tell you what, they found their stride, was able to get in and get some rebounds. Nobody in real foul trouble for Clopton. Kuntz has 1, Genwine with 1, Malik Marshall has 1, and Kane Evans with 1. For Hermann, though, Coulter Swartz has 3, Gavin Moore with 1, and Nolan Bruni and Connor Coffey each have 2. So no real foul trouble over in this gym. So again, at half, 33-29 is our score. Hermann, the number 5 seed, leads number 4 Clopton with 3:20 to go here at halftime. Let's check in now with Mark with his halftime update.
Yeah, thanks, Marianne. And it's kind of the opposite side of the image for this Bowling Green Montgomery game. As Bowling Green came out flying, they looked like they were having fun out there in the first quarter. We're hanging with Montgomery until about the last minute and a half of that first quarter. And Montgomery started to do what they do, get the steals, force Bowling Green in some bad situations around the floor. And in the second quarter, they really caught fire, did Montgomery, outscoring Bowling Green by halftime, 37-11 our score. So just 3 points for Bowling Green in that second quarter, and just 1 shot going down from the field as Jackson Charlton scored very late to break a long string scoreless streak for the Bowling Green Bobcats. And for Montgomery, they just spread that ball around. If Parker wasn't scoring, then it was Irwin. Irwin wasn't scoring, it was Rogers or Mason Liu. They got some contributions from Alec Hartman as well. And there's a lot of dangerous players on this team. And a 3 seed seems low, but like you said last night, it's so early. It's kind of just a guesstimate as to what the teams are going to be like this season, what they have coming back, what they lost, and that's kind of how they see season opening tournaments. And I think Montgomery is going to be in the hunt again by the end of this year for another EMO conference championship, because this is a team that has a lot of good pieces. They don't have quite that the huge height advantage. Parker 6'7", although he doesn't quite look bigger than a lot of the guys out there. He's their big man. Everyone else pretty much hovering around 5'10" to 6'2". So they have to rely on their athleticism and their tenacity to get those points, and they like being that way. That's a lot like their coach, a little guy that just loves buzzing around. So that's how they built the lead tonight, and I think that's how they're going to do it this season. Montgomery leads Bowling Green 37-11. The scoring numbers: 2 points for Blaine Bryant, 3 each for Jay Fescue, Neil Rainey, and Jackson
Well, we are underway already in second half action here as Clopton just missed a bucket right point blank range, and it's back in the hands of Hermann. Bringing it near side with it is Rain. Rain Rimmert with it now over on the far wing to Anderson. Anderson guarded in by Kuntz in this man-to-man defense. Brings it back up top to Coffey between the circles. Coffey spins around, gets it to Anderson. He'll now take it to the top of the key. Dish off to Reese Rimmert. He knocked down all those threes in the first quarter and kind of went cold, or actually just went quiet. Looks for the screen, stops, kicks it over to the far wing to Anderson. Anderson looks for the three, and he drops it. We've got a scoring update for you from Louisiana. Highland beat Louisiana girls 53-48 here, and this one's 6:33 to go in the third quarter. It's Hermann leading Clopton 36-29. Genuine swings it far wing to Kuntz. Kuntz looks for the three. It's short. Falls a shot. Gets a loose basketball on the block, and he's going to be – they're going to call a foul on him, an offensive foul. I think maybe they discussed using maybe the elbows a little bit, what he was trying to create some space. 6:18, 36-29 our score. Hermann leads Clopton with over on the far wing is Reese. Reese works it around, gets it off to Anderson. Anderson takes it to hole, lays it up off the glass, and it's good. And it looks like that Hermann's having no problem picking up where they left off with the scoring. So Chase Hall holds up the number 1 sign as they're down by 9. Swings it to Kuntz. Kuntz brings it back near side to Hall. Hall looks inside to the Evans brothers. They lose basketball, and it's back in the hands of Hermann. They'll bring it across. Anderson to Coffey. Coffey, top of the key, backs it up into the circle. Hands it off to Reese. Reese takes it to the far wing. He's guarded in there by Kane. Top of the key with it to Anderson, back to Coffey. Coffey gives a head fake, takes it to the free throw line, kicks it out to Anderson. Anderson wants another 2. Give him a 6 here in this third quarter. We've got a timeout. Coach Francis wants to talk about it. We'll send it over to Mark as they should be getting ready for second half action there as well. 5:21 to go in the third. Hermann leads Clopton 40-29.
Game of the Week coverage brought to you by Kelly Crane, RE/MAX Realty Shop agent, Bit Beach and Collier Funeral Homes and Crematory, and Advanced Physical Therapy.
It's a great time to buy or sell a home. I'm Vicki Cadwallader, and I take pride in offering skills that make the process go smoothly from beginning to end. Even after closing, I enjoy staying in touch and being there to help you if you have any other needs or questions. Call me, and we'll create a personalized plan just for you. Vicki Cadwallader Real Estate, loving our small town life.
The area's best coverage of high school sports on Eagle 102, brought to you by Pike County Health Department, People's Savings Bank, and Allpark.
Coming out of the timeout, it is 40-29. Hermann has opened this one up with the matching the largest lead of the night at 11. Coach Tony Francis takes his timeout, wanted to talk to his boys about it, try to get them to settle down just a little bit. We'll be going over and getting some updates from the other gym as we continue through our opening round coverage here at the Montgomery County Tournament on Boys Night. Chase Hall swings it to Genuine just across the timeline. Over right in front of Clopton's bench, brings it to the wing. Now top kicks it over to Hall. Hall down low to Cash. Cash spins. His shot's up. It's good. Cash Evans with 2 makes it 40-31. 5 minutes to go exactly here in the third. Reese brings it across the timeline, hands it to Anderson at the top of the key. Anderson holds ball above his head, now to Coffey. Coffey gives a head fake, tries to penetrate, and they're going to call an offensive foul on him as it looks like Genuine took a charge. When you're watching the Clopton Hawks this year, of course, we know Coach Tony Francis is the head coach, Jason Hall's assistant coach, but there's another assistant coach sitting on the bench this year, and recognize the former Hawk, Landon Hall, is helping out as well. Chase Hall brings it across the timeline, again between the circles. Near side with it to Kane. Kane back up top over to Hall. Hall gets it after it's tipped by Rain. Hall skips it near side to Genuine. Genuine looks inside of this 2-3 zone. He gets one dribble, picks it up, wants to go across, and finds Chase in the circle. Chase redirects. Back to Genuine on the near side. 40-31 our score, 4:20 to go here in the third. Down in the far corner with it to Kane. Kane into the paint, out to Cash, swings it around. Kuntz. Kuntz is denied. That was a tall block in there by Coffee. He went high. Ball went out of bounds, so Clopton will keep it right in their bench. Had a substitution come in. We'll pick that up. It looks like it was, well, we'll pick it up in just a moment. I've already lost him. Oh, checking in is Nolan Bruni. Kuntz back up top to Genowine. Swings it near wing to Hall. Hall with the left hand working around against Reese. In the near corner with it to Kane. Kane lobs it to Cash. Cash is going to get the foul. They're going to say possibly used his elbow a little too much. And it is the second foul for, well, they're saying it's his first. I have it as a second, so we'll assume that I'm wrong. 40-31 our score. Hermann on top, 3:54 to go here in the third. We'll check in with Mark here in just a few moments as they should be underway in the second half as the Bobcats are battling Montgomery County in the high school gym. We're in the middle school gym. Over the far side with it is Bruni. Back up top to Anderson. Anderson, top of the key, dribbles with the left hand. He's guarded in by Kuntz. Spins in the paint, and they're going to call the travel. One too many steps. So Clopton has it once again. Hall takes it down. Swings it far side to Kuntz. Kuntz back up top to Kane. Swings it to Hall. Hall looks inside, nothing there, works it around, picks up his dribble, looks for Kuntz, skips it cross side to Genowine. Genowine down low, and it goes off the legs, and another turnover by the Hawks. 3:16 to go. 40-31 still our score. Nothing's changed. After Hermann finishes this one up, we will send it over to Mark for an update. Anderson with it, brings it near side to Bruni. Bruni back up top with it to Rain. Rain swings it to Anderson on the far wing, right in the middle of Hermann's bench. Back up top to Swartz. Now to Rain once again. In the near corner. Looks. Back up top, around the horn we go. Swartz looks inside, finds Bruni top of the key, and they're just killing some clock here. Down to 2:45 to go in the third. Coffee hands it Anderson. Anderson top of the key. Backs it up, and they're going to reset. Coffee backs it up. Genowine gives him some defensive coverage. And we've got another offensive foul. They're going to call it on Coffee. So with 2:30 to go in the third, let's send it to Mark for an Eagle 102 game break. Well, wouldn't you know, while we stepped away for that game break, it was Kane Evans added another 2 to the scoreboard for the Hawks, makes it a 40-33. So with it is Hermann. And Swartz tries to go inside, and he's going to be fouled. I think they're going to catch Cash for that one. We'll have to check and see, as both the Evans brothers were standing down there, and they do. It was on the floor, so it'll be on out of bounds along the far side. Checking in for Hermann is Josh Hyatt. So as he gets the basketball, comes in for Coffee. Hyatt looking, skips it to Swartz, top of the key. Cross near side to Bruni. Bruni hits it, spins, goes deep inside. And another offensive foul called. Oh, nope, they just called the turnover. So Hall with the basketball for the Hawks. Brings it up near side to Kuntz. Kuntz on the wing, being guarded by Reese. Back between the circles to Genowine. Genowine over far side to Kane. Kane dribbles into the paint. Running hander, shots up, and it's no good. He's going to get the charge. So a lot of whistles traded here with 1:29 to go here in the third. 40-33 is our score, 7-point lead for Hermann. They've led by as many as 11. Hyatt brings it back. He's going to be picked up by Genowine as he crosses the timeline. Over to the far side to Bruni, now to Reese in the far corner. And it's knocked away. Kuntz with it. for the Hawks. Kicks it out to Hall. Hall on the far wing. Looks, finds Cash. Now back to Kuntz. Kuntz wants a three. In and out. No good. Cash with the rebound. Puts it up, and it's good. So Cash Evans getting in on the scoring as well and brings it to a 5-point game here with under a minute to go in the third. And Hermann loses it again on the pass from Hyatt to Reese. It goes out of bounds, so back to Clopton. Malik Marshall checks in now for the Hawks. He wears number 24. Also returning is Rain Remmert coming in for Hyatt. So Genowine will inbound to Hall. Hermann has played a half-court defense this entire basketball game. They haven't pressured him full court. With it, top of the key is Kuntz. Kuntz brings it back near side to Hall. Hall looks inside, nothing there, puts the ball on the court, dribbles with his left hand, picks it up, and right to Genowine on the near wing. He looks inside, finds Malik Marshall, ball's loose, and it's going to be a turnover for the Hawks. And a foul on Chase Hall. So Hermann will inbound the basketball between the scorer's table and Clopton's bench. Coffey returns the basketball game. He's going to bring it across the timeline. Genowine waits at the top of the key. This 2-3 defense set up by the Hawks. We're down to 18 seconds. Hermann's going to try and go for the last shot. They have a 5-point lead. As soon as this one buzzes, we will send it over for a game break with Mark Froenig. Coffey, shot up and good. So he didn't wait till the last second, but he did get in the scorebooks here in the second half. Here comes Genowine. He goes all the way. It's off the glass, and it's good as well at the buzzer. So Jordan Genowine helps close that gap, and it's a 5-point lead for Hermann after 3, 42-37. Let's send it to Mark Froenig for an Eagle 102 game break. Well, it's been an up and down affair here As Clopton closes that gap, it's just a 1-point basketball game, 42-41 after the Evans brothers pick up a couple big baskets. Anderson kicks it over the far side to Coffee. He takes it in. His shot's up and good. 44-41, 6.5 to go in this basketball game. Hall once again with the basketball for the Hawks. He walks it across the timeline, swings over the far side to Jenna Wine at the end of Clopton's bench. At the free throw line is Kane Evans, and he's going to be fouled. Still a pretty clean basketball game, so we got a timeout on the court. Let's take one as well. 6:28 to go in the basketball game. Hermann leads Clopton, a 44-41. You're listening to Montgomery County Tournament action on Eagle 102. A turnover by the Hawks puts it back in the hands of Hermann, who leads this one 44-41, 6 minutes to go here in the basketball game. With it is Anderson, top of the key. He looks, puts it on the court, goes, works it around, a little scoop to score there, a little underhanded there, and give him 8 points here in the second half. 46-41, back to a 5-point lead. Hermann's led by as many as 11 in this one. Hall brings it into the front court, bounces near side to Kuntz on the wing. Kuntz looking inside. Puts ball on the court with his left hand. Takes it up, skips it far wing to Genowine. Now finds Kane at the elbow. Out to Hall. Hall wants a three. It's off the front of rim. Kane's there for the putback, and it's good. Kane Evans with another two. And makes it 46-43. Down to 5:23 to go here in the ball game. This is the 4-5 matchup with the Hawks being 4. Attempted steal there. Now it's back in the hands of Bruni. Bruni wants a long three. It's in and out, no good, and we're going to have a foul. Looks like Anderson will head to the free throw line after Kane picks up his third foul. So Anderson stands at the charity stripe. He's 1 for 2 with his earlier trip in the first half. It's just the 1-and-1, and it's good. Sorry, I thought they called that a shooting foul. But he did earn the second either way. 47-43, 5:12 to go in the ball game. Second one on the way is off the mark. Coffee with the rebound. Back to Anderson, and he's going to be fouled again, so he'll try it a second time. And I believe Cash, nope, they're going to say no. They did call it on Kane. That's his third. No, Kuntz, his third. Free throw up and good, 48-43. Birthday girl Rochelle Falloon working the board across the gym for us this evening. Second free throw shot on the way, and it's also good. Back to a 6-point lead for Hermann. 49-43, 5 minutes exactly to go here in the ball game. With it over on the far side is Kuntz. Kuntz finds Kane at the elbow. Kane works it around into the paint, loses the handle on it. Another turnover. Anderson gets it, throws it up to Coffee. Coffee takes it to the other direction. He's going to be fouled. He'll go to the free throw line. And they're going to call that on Chase Hall, I believe. That is his second. Coffee, who lost a shoe in the process, they'll let him put his shoe back on. 49-43 again. Hermann, the number 5 seed. Clopton, number 4 seed. The only time Clopton has led in this basketball game was right at the very beginning when they put the ball in the hole right away, and that was it. It's been all Hermann since then. They've gotten within 1. Coffey's getting 2. First free throw shot's on the way, and it's good. Hermann's been very good around the bucket and at the free throw line this evening. Clopton has 9 team fouls. Hermann has 4. Second free throw shot, also good. Extending that lead, 51-43. 4:45 to go in the ball game. We'll check in with Mark Froelich again here in just a few moments as Genowine feeds it into Kane in the near corner. Back up top to Genowine. As the Hawks offense resets, now it's Kuntz on the near side. Up to Hall. Hall looks. Far wing to Genowine in the short corner with it to Kane. Kane works around with that block extended. Back up top to Genowine. Near corner with it now to Hall. Hall wants to lob it into Cash. Can't find the room. He takes in the paint, shoots it himself. Off the back of the rim, no good. Ball's tipped around. And it's Coffey. It's finally going to come away with it, but he steps on the line. It was a good battle for that loose basketball. Hermann players definitely have some hops to keep up with the height of the Evans brothers. As they were finally able to give it when that Coffey came down, he came down with his foot on the line. So Kuntz inside to Genowine, out to Cash. Cash back out to Kuntz at the top of Clopton's bench. Finds Holt at the end of the bench. Inside to Cash. Cash can't hold on to the pass, and it's another turnover for the Hawks. As Anderson takes it, he rolls it down. Fingertip rolls up. It's no good. With the loose basketball is Kane. Kane feeds it off to Genowine. Genowine pushes it to the top of the key. Tries to avoid the trap. Finds Kuntz on the near side. Long three on the way. No good. Kane about gets it, and they're going to call it off of Hermann. So we've got a timeout on the court. We'll take one as well as we head over, and we'll get a game break from Mark with 3:46 to go here in this basketball game. Hermann leads Clopton 51-43. Mark.
As many as 50% of people don't take their medication as prescribed. Missing or not taking medication can be deadly. For questions about medication, visit your local HealthMart pharmacy, Bowling Green Pharmacy, located right on the square at 8 North Court in Bowling Green. Area High School Sports on KJFM Radio. Brought to you by Brown's Processing and Smokehouse Meats, Young Enterprises, and Family Drive.
Out of the timeout, Hermann leads this one 51-43 as Clopton's basketball as Kuntz looks to inbound the ball. And he's going to hit the back of the backboard for a turnover for the Hawks. For the most part, it's been pretty clean for both teams. Coffey has it, hands it off to Reese Remmert. Remmert will bring it across the timeline. He gets it into Anderson, but it's taken away by Kuntz. Kuntz and Anderson's going to foul him. Kuntz was looking to take it all the way. Nope. They're going to say it went out of bounds off of Kuntz. So Anderson looks. It's going to full court pressure from the Hawks. Coffey kind of waves him off as Genowine guards in the backcourt. Cross into the front court, takes it over to the head of Hermann's bench. Between the legs, dishes it off to Anderson, top of the key. Anderson, near side with it to Englert. Over the far side of Bruni, now to Anderson once again. Top of the key to Reese. Reese swings it near side as they're killing some clock. Bruni with it on the wing. He looks inside. Now down the near corner with it. Back to Anderson. Anderson from the block extended. Shots up, and it's good. Parker Anderson has been very good tonight, and it's back to a 10-point lead. Kuntz thought about the three. Wasn't quite quick enough. Instead, he finds Cash, and Cash puts it in for two to bring it back down to an 8-point lead. 53-45, 2:44 to go here in the ball game. With it is Coffee. Coffee at the head of Hermann's bench. Brings it back near side, looks for the screen. Behind the back, goes back the other direction. Now Anderson, top of the key, guarded by Genowine. They look to kill clock as Reese has it once again. Reese being guarded by Kane. Kane comes out, puts some pressure on, hands it back to Coffee. Coffee guarded by Kuntz. Now in the far wing in the corner to Reese, back up top with it now in the hands of Anderson. Anderson gives a fake, works it to the elbow. Kuntz gives him some space, kicks it out to Coffee once again on the far corner. We're down to 2 minutes. 53-45 is our score. Hermann on top. Clopton's going to have to find a way to either get the basketball to force a turnover or they're going to have to foul, which will send them to the free throw line. Probably not the best choice there either, as they're very well from the charity stripe this evening. Hermann spreading it out. And there's Genowine gets in there, and he ties it up. It's a jump ball. Jordan Genowine comes in, ties up the action at the half court. And we've got another timeout. Hermann's going to take it. Let's check in again with Mark Fronick as we've got 1:47 to go in this basketball game. 53-45 our score. Hermann's leading. Mark, let's give us another game break. Well, Clopton comes out, immediately fouls Hermann, so it looks like it's going to be a 2 as Coffee heads to the free throw line. Genowine picking up his third fouls. We're down to 1:44. Coffee has been perfect from the charity stripe. 53-45 is our score. Again, 1:44 to go in this game. First free throw shot's up and good. Again, Hermann very good from the free throw line this evening as Connor Coffee steps back in for his second. Looking to make it a 10-point lead. Second one on the way is good as well. So Hall pushes it up the court. Nope, dish that. He gives it off to Genowine. Genowine crosses the timeline as Clopton looks to move. Looks for the screen from Cash. Genowine takes it all the way down low. Loses a handle, kicks it out to Kuntz. Kuntz works it around, back up top to Hall. Hall wants a 3. It's high, arcing enough, and it's good. Chase Hall with the tray for the Hawks. 55-48 is our score. We're walking back the other way for another 1-1. I'm sorry, for 2. As Jordan Genowine picks up his fourth. Sending Coffee back to the free throw line as well. 1:21 to go in the ball game. 55-48 our score. Hermann leads this one, trying to advance on. First one's up and good. The winner will face Mexico. The loser will have Wellsville Middletown on Thursday night. Second free throw shot on the way is good as well. It's a 9-point lead for Hermann. Genowine brings it into the front court. Over on the far side, splits the defenders, gets it off to Hall. Hall looks inside, nothing there. Chris skips it near side to Kuntz. Back up top to Genowine. It's stolen by Rain, and Genowine just fouled out of the basketball game. Rain Remmert will go to the free throw line to shoot 2 with 1:07 to go here in the ball game. Malik Marshall will come in for Genowine. Looks like a couple subs coming in. We'll try and pick those up in just a moment. There's a little confusion going on whether they're going to allow him in or not since it's 2, but they do. That's Ingold. First free throw shot is up and no good from Rain. If you're just joining us, Montgomery County beat Bowling Green 62-24. We'll run down those finals for you again before we sign off tonight. Plus, you'll be able to find a full recap online at kjfmradio.com. Second free throw shot was also no good. Hermann holds on to the loose basketball, and we've got another foul. I believe this one's going to go against Chase Hall. That is his third, and sends Anderson back to the charity stripe. Down to a minute 3. Free throw shot up, bounces around, touches every part of the rim, and falls good. It's a 10-point lead for Hermann. He'll get another one. Just doing a little switching offense for defense as Hermann looks to match their largest lead of the night. And nope, it's going to remain at 10. With the rebound is Clopton. 58-48 is our score. Hall gets it to Kuntz. Kuntz eyes the three. It's long and it's good. Tyler Kuntz with the tray. We've got another timeout on the court. While we have this timeout, let's send it to Mark so he can give us some post-game stats. Mark, what kind of stats you got from your game? All right, so we've got 50 ticks to go here in this one. Hermann has the basketball. Long baseball pass to a wide-open Coffee. And Chase Hall is going to get the, I believe, they're possibly going to call it a flagrant. We'll wait and see. As Chase got a hold of Coffee's arm as he was trying to do the foul to keep him from shooting. And he kind of got hooked in there. Either way, Coffee will head back to the free throw line. He'll get 2. 58-51 is our score. 47 ticks to go here in the ball game. They're discussing on whether they're going to call it a flagrant or not. The officials are. As they continue discussing it, they're not going to call it a flagrant. Coffee still gets 2 shots. So with this first on the way, it's up and good. Second, 59-51, 47 ticks. As Coffee dribbles. Up on the way, off the front of the rim, bounced around a couple times. Coffee comes away with his own rebound. Shots up and good. So give him another 2. And Hermann has their largest lead of the night. Hall takes it down the other direction. Oh, excuse me, they're matching. Nope, it's a 10-point lead. 61-51, 33 ticks to go here in this ball game. So Hall comes out. Hain comes in. So you have Kuntz, Harvey, Kane, Malik, Marshall, and Tyler, as we mentioned, Kuntz. And there's another intentional, I shouldn't say intentional, they purposely fouled, this time Nolan Burney. That's Malik's second. Down to 32 ticks to go in the ball game. 10-point lead. First one's up and no good for Burney. He'll get a second. So we're doing all kinds of in and outs at this point, offense for defense. We'll try and keep up where we can. So Moore's back in the ball game for Hermann, along with Anderson, Bruni, whose second free throw shot's up and good, and that matches the largest lead of the night at 11 for Hermann. We'll see Height back in. Hall pushes it in the front court for the Hawks. Down to 28 ticks. Far side to Marshall. Marshall brings it back on top of the key with it to Kuntz. Kuntz, long 3 on the way. It's off the front of the rim, no good. Hyatt was going to chase it down. It's going to go out of bounds, so it'll stay with Hermann. Down to 19 seconds. Harvey and Hain come in for Hall and Cash. Kane stays in. So Hain, Kane, Evans, Marshall, Harvey, and Kuntz. They get into Hyatt. Hermann does. Takes it right in front of the wing. Front of Hermann's bench, gets it back to Anderson. Anderson, top of the key. He's working it around near side into the paint, kicks it out near side to Moore. Moore back up top. Working it around is the Bearcats. We're down to 6. Looks like they're going to just dribble this one out. And looks like Hermann's going to go on to win this one over Clopton by the score of 62-51. We've got your post-game show coming up next here on Eagle 102. Well, this one got close a couple different times. However, Hermann was able to hold on and beat the Clopton Hawks 62-51. Let's run down some scoring for you real quick. At the end of the first quarter, it was Hermann on top, 21-10. And going in at the half, it was Hermann leading Clopton 33-29. After 3, 42-37, Hermann led. And then, of course, your final 62-51. And Hermann advances on to take on Mexico. Scoring for the teams for Clopton, leading scorer tonight was Kane Evans. He had 17 points, followed by Tyler Kuntz with 13, Cash Evans with 8, Jordan Genowine with 6, and Chase Hall added a big 3 at the end. For Hermann, their leading scorer tonight ended up being Connor Coffey with 24, but Parker Anderson came close with 19, followed in there by Reese Rimert with 12, and Nolan Bruni with 4. Did not figure up the free throws tonight, but I can tell you both teams were very good from the charity stripes. Turnover-wise, again, pretty clean. Of course, one turnover is always too many for coaches. They're never happy with the amount they had, but none of them got past more than 5 in one quarter. So that was pretty well. Clopton did come out, scored the first bucket of this matchup, but that was the only time they led in this one. So, again, 62-51 is our final. We'll take a quick break here on the on the post-game show. We'll be back, wrap things up from Montgomery County, and set up tomorrow night as it's girls semifinal action right here on Eagle 102.
Make your wallet happy. Here to help life go right, State Farm Insurance agent Cindy Blaylock independent lifestyle you've always enjoyed, but with the peace of mind knowing that help is available when needed. For more information, visit Lynn's Heritage House, 800 Kelly Lane, Louisiana, or online at lynnsheritage.com.
The most complete coverage of high school sports is on Eagle 102, and it's brought to you by Mid-America Auto and Towing, the Mercantile Bank, and Pike County Mutual Insurance.
All right, let's recap all the scores from tonight here in boys action. Early games tonight here in the middle school gym is number 1 Mexico over number 8 Wellsville Middletown 63-29. As you just heard, number 5 Hermann defeated number 4 Clopton 62-51. In the high school gym, the early game, number 2 Fulton defeated number 7 New Haven 63-21. And the game also you just heard, it was number 3 Montgomery County getting the win over number 6 Bowling Green 62-24. That sets up Thursday night action in the high school gym. Mexico take on Hermann at 6, followed by Fulton and Montgomery County at 7:30. Here in the middle school gym, we'll open things up with Clopton and Wellsville at 6, followed by New Haven and Bowling Green at 7:30. Tomorrow night in boys action, in girls semifinal action, at 6 o'clock in the high school gym, it's Montgomery County taking on New Haven, followed by Hermann facing Wellsville Middletown. 2 games here on Eagle 102, starting at 6 o'clock. We only have 1 game because Bowling Green will face Clopton at 6 o'clock here in the middle school gym at 6. And the second game of the night here in the middle school will be Fulton and Mexico. Again, you can find a full recap of scores online on the Eagle 102 scoreboard page. And we'll have also a full recap during Eagle 102 Sports tomorrow. So for Mark Froenig, I'm Marion Everhart. Bowling Green, Clopton both fall in opening round action at the Montgomery County Invitational Tournament. We'll be back with you tomorrow night for girls semifinal right here on Eagle 102.